So everybody has that person in their family. You might see them at the family reunion or the cookouts or something that always wait till you get around a group of people and everybody telling stories that come out with this story of what they seen when they was either hunting in the woods, depending on where you live. You lived in the South like us, then it was hunting stories and what they saw in the woods and came across and whether or not it's real and they're out there and it's out there and stuff like that, right? We all pay him no mind and we go back to laughing and cutting up and drinking and having a good time. One day, though, one of these family members is going to put us to shame, bro. It's going to happen. It's straight up going to happen. This video here is, man, this man found an explorer's old photo album that reveals what he encountered hidden in the jungle. All right, so you know what time it is. Hit that subscribe button and let's check it out.
They say that a picture is worth 1,000 words, and since the first camera was invented, it's been estimated that over 12.4 trillion photos have been taken throughout history. Many of these, however, have been lost to time, but occasionally someone will find an old photo album that was thought to be lost to time. During the early 1800s and 1900s, explorers were making their way to untouched lands, documenting their discoveries along the way. Some of the most famous explorers include that of Percy Fawcett, who disappeared back in 1925 while on an expedition to find the mysterious lost city of Z.
I don't know how many times I need to stop going and hiking in these trails, these jungles, whatever, bro. Just let's stop, please.
25 while on an expedition to find the mysterious lost city of Z. It's been theorized that various explorers have lost their way while searching for these theoretical cities, and most didn't end up in the history books due to lack of information. Interestingly, these photographs were recently shared to social media, with the uploaders saying that they had found this old photo album, and that it documented an explorer's expedition into an unknown region. As the man was flicking through the album though, he noticed that the explorer must have stumbled upon an uncontacted civilization, as the photographs appear to show people wearing strange tribal-looking outfits, and noting that their overall appearance doesn't match that of an early explorer's.
Is that a mask? Is that a mask? What do y'all think? What? I don't know, bro. I don't know. But I've never encountered anybody out in the jungle or any of those tribes. You know what I'm saying? Other than what we see on TV. But I can't really tell. And who knows what you may begin to look like or adapt to or become living out there like that.
The man said it's an incredible album and could prove that the explorers discovered something amazing. The man, who wished to be referred to as Mr. Williams, told me I could share the photographs and was quoted as saying the following: "My father and I renovate old properties, and on this particular occasion I was cleaning out a property that I had purchased. Inside the house was an old library that was deteriorated, and although it sounds grand, the place was a mess. Old books were scattered across the floor and there were numerous illustrations that were dated before the 1960s. So it makes me think that the previous owner was a collector of some sorts. One of the books we found lying on the floor had these strange photographs that seemed to depict an explorer's journey into the jungle. The photographs are amazing, and the album starts with these tall trees that appear to be embedded inside a river, or an area that is prone to flooding, something you would expect to see inside a jungle.
Is it just me or these photos kind of look like paintings, almost, in a sense? I don't know, it's just giving me a different vibe.
It is prone to flooding, something you would expect to see inside a jungle. The next photo in the album is what appears to be a clearing with what might be a boat. I'm not sure if there is a people in the foreground or part of the foliage. The next image is what looks like a hut of some sort, although it could be something that was naturally created by the trees, but in my opinion it looks like this was constructed. This photograph is the only one that shows the explorers, or what could be the explorers. There's no indication to how many ventured into this region, but this could be proof that it was actually a couple who went on this expedition, although at the moment this is just a theory.
Bro, I have nothing but the utmost respect for anybody living in the jungle. You know what I mean? I try to get like a taste of what they're going through by watching some of those like survivor shows and different things where people go out. And I know it's not the same because recently a lot of that stuff has been coming out that they fake a lot of that stuff or some of that stuff. So, but I try to get a sense of it by watching. But man, just to be out there and survive and deal with the elements and nature and the animals, wildlife and everything, and consistently feed yourself and those others around you, it's just, high level of respect.
This is where things get interesting, as this photograph shows someone that doesn't look like the explorers. The individual in question has broad features, looks to be wearing weathered clothes, a necklace possibly made from a string or vines, and appears to have a broader frame than most people during this era. This could just be someone who looks different to modern day people.
True.
After all, it's not uncommon for tribes to take part in activities that changes their appearance. This could be what we're seeing here. This for me is also the most interesting photograph out of all of them, and it really makes me wonder how many other uncontacted tribes are out there waiting to be discovered. This individual doesn't show up again, but there's other images of potential tribe members. This next photograph shows another person who could have been encountered in the same area, although upon looking closer it looks like this person is much slimmer, and appears to have tribal painting on the upper portion of their body. This image is incredibly impressive, although I'm not sure what it shows.
At all.
I imagine there's wildlife enthusiasts who could help to explain what type of tree this could be, but with the dark cloud line behind it, this makes it look like it should be in a movie. This photograph shows the trees from another angle, with again the water being seen at the base. This makes me think that this photograph was captured in the same area as the previous ones I mentioned. What's interesting about this one as well is that there appears to be wildlife flying close to the trees.
True.
These could be birds or bats, as I know these live in dense jungles. This is another close-up of some trees, which could have been taken in the same area as the others. These images could depict some of the local wildlife. I know that the forests and jungles of our world are home to some incredibly rare animals, especially birds, so perhaps this is a bird that hasn't been documented before. For some reason I get the impression that this bird would be very colourful. There's a few others in the album that depict other creatures and the local vegetation, but I think the ones that I shared gives you a good idea of what the explorers encountered during their journey." End quote. The photographs make for a fascinating story, and if genuine, beautifully depict what these early explorers encountered while on their expedition. Doing a reverse image search doesn't bring anything up. Although these photographs are interesting and show what appears to be a civilization lost to time, other users suggested that they were created. Regardless, there's many who have said that we haven't explored every area on our planet, and that each year thousands of creatures along with uncontacted communities are being discovered, showing us that we still have much to learn about this place that we call home.
And I think that's, to me, like one of the craziest things to think about, bro. Like, not only is the ocean, 3-5% discovered, bro, it's still tribes out there and people that have yet to be discovered. Isn't that like crazy? How are they keeping themselves, like, they're doing a really good job of staying off the map, off the radar, out the way, away from people. It's just fascinating to me.
There's a reason that the jungles of our world are one of the most heavily studied areas. The wealth of undiscovered knowledge and secrets that lie hidden beneath the vines and branches is seemingly endless, and every day it seems that more and more amazing findings are revealed. One such discovery is the pyramids of the Amazon. For years now, historians and archaeologists who have studied the Amazon rainforest have long said that the area was once the location of vast settlements, being habited by locals who managed to use the region to their advantage. With the introduction of LIDAR technology, it's allowed scientists to unravel some of these mysteries, and has helped us to uncover settlements that were previously unknown. For those unaware, LIDAR uses the pulses from a laser to collect measurements, and this in turn then creates 3D models and maps of objects and environments. This tool has become extremely useful in recent years, helping scientists and archaeologists map out areas that were previously unreachable, and this is exactly what happened in the Amazon rainforest. Percy Harrison Fawcett dedicated his research to exploring South America and looking for a lost Amazonian city before he went missing in 1925. The expedition during which Fawcett went missing was on his search for Z, the name given to an ancient lost city he and others believe was tucked away in the jungles of Brazil. We never found out exactly how the quest for Z went. Did Fawcett find evidence of the city or not? While we might never be able to answer that question, we can indeed draw closer to finding out where cities may have fallen in the Bolivian Amazon. In 2022, scientists uncovered pyramids and canals sitting beneath the forest. Of course, the trees and greenery can obstruct an aerial view, but LIDAR technology has facilitated researchers' ability to see through these trees and reveal hundreds of structures and settlements. These discoveries have overwhelmingly been found to have come from the Casrobe culture of 500 to 1400 AD. LIDAR is a relatively new development that has proven to be invaluable in the field of archaeology. In this study, it allowed researchers to move through the dense rainforest and make the discovery of the pyramids, canals and what seemed to be town-like civilizations from long before invaders arrived. In this expedition, scientists from Germany and UK used helicopters fitted with light detection in order to search through 6 regions of Bolivia. The Colorado State University archaeologist Chris Fisher said the following: "This is the first of what I hope will be a huge series of studies that will blow the lid of preconception about what pre-Hispanic politics looked like, especially in the Amazon in terms of their complexity, size and density. The development of technology will continue to let us explore, discover and revolutionize our understanding, slowly changing the world as we know it." Surprising as it may sound, there are still countless tribes which our modern civilizations have never contacted for a number of reasons. The first is that they might just be hidden within the vastness of the Amazon. Alternatively, even when we're aware of a secluded tribe, making contact is not always the best solution.
Absolutely not. Not the best, not the safest, not smart, not none of that. And as years continue to go by, it's that much more separation between us getting close to them, and it's not gonna happen, bro. Just leave them alone. Peacefully, respectfully, leave them alone.
These people have isolated from the rest of us for hundreds, if not thousands of years.
Leave them alone.
We could easily give them diseases.
Yep.
And this could devastate their communities.
Yep.
Something that we don't want to happen, especially since they've survived for hundreds of years. Brazil has an indigenous foundation called FUNAI, who specialize in protecting and researching the various tribes of the Amazon. Most of the time, uncontacted tribes are found in clearings on satellite images taken from space. The Amazon is a huge landmass, and therefore it's only natural that there are countless tribes still unknown to us, most of which lie in the most remote corners of the rainforest. FUNAI's regional coordinator Fabrício Amorim confirmed one such tribe's existence after planes were sent to fly over the area and check whether the satellite images they were spotted on were correct. and it turns out they were. The area seen by pilots and satellites revealed 4 huts with roofs made of straw, surrounded by tall banana trees in the midst of thick jungle landscapes. It's thought that the population of the tribe contains around 200 members. Although contact has not been made, their language is assumed to be a variant of the Pano-linguistic family. Funai reports that the tribe lies on the borders of Bolivia, Peru and Brazil. The area itself is officially referred to as the Vale do Javeira, and that this tribe is not alone in being uncontacted. Until relatively recently, many tribes were unknown about. Fabrizio claims that the Vale do Javari has the largest number of uncontacted communities in the world. He also spoke of Funai's concerns with the future survival of these tribes, as our ever-advancing world is constantly changing and bringing new threats to their existence. The organisation has recognised 14 tribes in the Vale do Javari that have yet to be contacted by our outside world.
Yeah, but until they want our help and our assistance, we should just let them be. You know what I mean? And then you may think like, okay, well, how can they reach out to us? I don't know, but we still don't need to be the first contact at all, bro. Like, respect them enough to give them their space. And like you said, you don't be wanting to give them diseases or different things or sicknesses or whatever we have that we can give to them. You don't want to do that, man. No, they probably living better. They eating better than we are. You know what I mean? None of their stuff is processed or anything like that. So they living a pretty decent life.
An estimated 2,000 people or so reside in them. It's highly possible that there's a myriad of tribes not yet known in the thickness of the Amazon jungle. As it stands, Brazilian officials try to limit any opportunities for making contact with these tribes, aiming instead to research them from afar. And yet, with the many rising problems, there is a chance we will have no choice but to contact them to warn them of impending problems. So what do you make of these interesting discoveries and announcements? Be sure to leave your questions and answers in the comment section below. It'd help us to grow this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.
That last part kind of irked me a little bit. We may have to contact them because of current things going on. But how do we make that decision for them? I don't like that, man. You know what I mean? They could be well aware. How? I don't know. They could be prepared for it. How? I don't know. But again, man, that's not a decision I don't think we should make for them. I understand you have the best intentions when you say things like that, but a lot of bad things have happened with the best intentions. You know what I mean? So I just think, man, we should just leave them be. Leave them alone until they reach out, monitor by camera. You know what I mean? If they come out looking like, how they gonna communicate? I don't know. I don't have the answer, bro. But like I said, man, leave them alone. I almost think it to the point where it should be illegal for you to bother them, bro. Like, respectfully, let them be. You know what I mean? But y'all get at me in the comment section, man. Let me know what you thought of this video. And stick around and stay tuned. Till next one, I'm gone. Peace.